Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some more Legends League attacks here in Legends League, again with the Queen Charge Hybrid, but this time a little bit different. We're going to be taking a lot more miners than usual, but I just want to remind you guys before we start the video, if you want to support me in-game, make sure you go into your settings, scroll all the way down to more settings, and type in Lexnos in the Creator Boost code, guys, before you buy the Gold Pass, before you buy any gems. It really does help me out a lot, so thank you very much for that. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to be showing you guys 4 attacks here today in Legends League with the Queen Charge Hybrid. I'm going to be taking 17 miners on all these hits, so a lot more than I've been bringing usually. Normally we're bringing about 15 or so hogs, this time only 9, and it's been working out really well for me lately. So we're going to be looking at these 4 attacks that I've done so far today. All triples on this one, so let's take a look here to see what we're doing and why it's working so well. We're taking 3 rages, 2 heals, and 2 freezes, just like before with that, and the siege barracks. Getting a lot of value from the extra P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards from the siege barracks. So on this base in particular, what I need to do is cut a funnel to the town hall, and I want my queen to eventually get the eagle if possible. So I'm going to charge her in from 9 o'clock, try to get that single target inferno and see if she can path all the way to that eagle. If she can get all these buildings over here in this dead zone here, then that's going to cut the pathing for the miners to go straight into the town hall just like that from the 7 o'clock angle. So I freeze the inferno, wall break into that 9 o'clock section, make sure I'm using Cocoa Loons to keep the healers alive. Queen's going to get that inferno, keep walking up, still have all 3 rages to use here, haven't even had to burn one just yet, which is nice. Queen's going to walk up, she's going to get this expo, then she's going to get the wizard tower, and then start working on those buildings on the right. Then down south, we're going to consider trying to lure the CC here. I'm going to rage up the queen because now she's got 3-point defenses on her, 4 actually. Now that she gets that archer tower, it's back down to 3, and then she's going to work her way up. She's getting all these buildings here, and then once I see she's beaten on a wall to go toward the eagle, it's just perfect. I'm going to let her do her thing. She's going to go toward that eagle, and that's going to work out well. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit here. Pull out the ice golems from the CC, let them go over to the queen, along with the skelly trap here. We just used 2 hogs to get that CC pull, which is nice. It's a good thing it wasn't like 40 archers on this one, otherwise that would have been annoying to pull. Poison that, go ahead and let queen deal with it. Then I'm going to drop all my hybrid in from the very left side of the base here, king and siege barracks down south, and I'm going to freeze the enemy heroes. That way the king can stay alive a lot longer than normal. I'm going to pop his ability, he's going to kill these heroes here. Siege barracks getting a lot of value, heal the miners and the hogs going into that double scatter shot. A lot of these teaser town hall bases have the double scatter shots right next to the town hall, and you have to be really careful because those double scatter shots will just absolutely destroy your miners if you're not careful, if they both hit your miners at the same time. Now queen broke out here, she got the eagle, and she's moving up toward that single target inferno. I don't have any more freezes, so I'm just gonna have to pop her ability and she'll be able to go up there and get a ton of value. Now I used a heal spell early, and then I'm popping warden ability over the town hall. Roa champ still getting some good value. Now notice, normally most of the hogs die off early when you hybrid straight into the town hall and the double scatter shot. That's why I'm finding it to be a lot more valuable to take slightly less hogs now and a little bit more miners than usual, and then we got more hogs coming out of the siege barracks later on to help out. The main purpose of the hogs in the Queen Charge Hybrid is not really to do a lot of damage, but really is to tank for that Roa champ. You want that Roa champ to stay alive as long as possible. My Roa champ finally goes down there on the last inferno tower, but she got way more value than I needed her to, so it ended up working out really well. We got, you know, like 7-8 hogs still alive from the siege barracks, 10 or more miners still up going around, P.E.K.K.A., wizards, queen still up. I mean, this one was just overkill. When you do it right, it works out really nice. I mean, you guys should really try this. It might even be better to take even less hogs, you know, instead of 9, maybe only 7 or 8, maybe 6, who knows. But the hogs often get out in front, especially when the miners get stuck on skelly traps or the town hall or storages and stuff like that. So I'm finding it better to take slightly more miners than hogs. You probably don't want to go with all miners just in case there's a ton of skelly traps that are all going to get stuck in one spot, and then the scatter shots and the eagle are just going to kill them all. So the hogs are good to kind of make all the defenses be distracted around the town hall and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the second replay real quick. Alright guys, here's the second base I'm going to be showing you today. Hit this one this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Exact same army comp with the Queen Charge Hybrid with 17 miners, 9 hogs, and a P.E.K.K.A. to funnel the queen. On this one, at first I considered charging into the middle channel here, but I realized I'm not going to be able to reach the eagle, and I'm not going to be able to reach the town hall or any of these infernos, so that's not really the thing you want to do here. So I want to get queen to channel into this compartment here. That way I can get all these Infernos and the Town Hall and still get the stuff in the middle to really make the funnel for the hybrid. So at first I'm just going to drop my queen here right at 730. She's going to kill the enemy royal champ, and I'm just going to let her pick if she's going to walk up or down. It doesn't really matter since the base is symmetrical. She ends up walking up though, which is nice. She'll be able to reach this Inferno tower, and then I'm going to wall break in on this archer tower, and she'll be able to walk back down, get the Town Hall, get all this stuff in the middle, including the CC. The only bad thing about it is all these 4 expos are on ground, and she can't reach any of them, and she's going to get hit by all of them, and she's eventually going to go down, but that's okay. And then the hybrid's going to come in from this top section just like that through here with the siege barracks and the king on the outside, making the funnel for her, which is going to work out nicely. Now this P.E.K.K.A. makes the funnel for the queen over here, and then I'm going to use a test wall breaker as soon as this Inferno tower goes down, and when I see that it targets the right wall, I know I'm going to be able to get the wall break. Now this scatter shot scares me a little bit with the wall break, so I'm going to send the wall breakers in 2 different groups on this one. I drop 3 and then another 3, and then I'm going to rage them just to make sure at least one of those groups is going to get the wall open, and the first one does, which is nice. Queen's going to step up, get that scatter shot in the cannon using the first rage on her. Those expos on ground do a lot of damage, especially with that sweeper, so unfortunately have to pop the ability right there. Queen's going to kill the warden, then she's going to kill the baby dragon and work on these ice golems. She's taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to have to use one of the freezes on the expos, because there's 3 expos, an archer tower, and an Inferno tower on her, so 5 defenses. That's a lot. Even with a rage spell, she's losing a lot of health, so I'm going to drop the king and the siege barracks up top to tank the eagle, then all the miners in from the top side, warden down, then the hogs, then the royal champ. Remember, you don't want that royal champ to get targeted by anything early. That's why you drop her last on the hybrid. Now over here, queen started targeting the town hall, so I froze the town hall to make sure queen gets that down, because you have to make sure you get the 2-star on these attacks. She does get it down, and she hits the tornado trap, and she's still pushing through the base. Finally, the hybrid moving toward these expos. I'm going to drop that first heal. Haven't popped the warden ability just yet. Warden's kind of getting distracted by my king here, who went the wrong way, which is not nice. Queen finally goes down, but the healers are going to switch over, and then I'm going to pop the warden ability here in just a little bit to save the healers and the king and all these miners in the core, which is really nice. I'm going to get those healers for a little bit. They're going to get some good value. Hogs from the siege barracks coming in from the top right side. They're going to meet up with the rest of the kill squad over here, using my last heal to evade the damage of that scatter shot. Hogs pushing through, getting these defenses, and wizards doing cleanup around the edge of the base. It's just working out perfectly. Have these extra archers to use on the outside. Everything moving through. Royal Champ still at full health with her ability. Again, this one's just going to be a little bit of an overkill. Really nice hit here. This is what you guys need to try to do on these bases where you see the town hall way on the outside. You got to cut that funnel. You got to find a way to get your queen either into the middle of the base or cut a path for the hybrid. If you can charge the town hall like I did on this one, you always want to do that. But you normally don't want to do it when the town hall is like way on the corner of the base on those teaser bases. We might be seeing one of those pretty soon, but we'll go ahead and jump into the next replay after that. Alright guys, here's the third base I'm going to be showing you guys today how to beat. This one is pretty common in Legends League. I see this one almost every day, and I've pretty much figured out how to get it. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to queen charge over here from this 4 o'clock angle. We're going to drop the queen and a rage and some wall breakers super early. We want to get queen into this compartment and then double break into this air defense compartment here. Now sometimes once queen gets down here toward the CC, I let queen walk this way with the hybrid, and sometimes queen walks this way. On this base in particular, I've actually found it more valuable to let queen walk to the right, so you kind of start the hybrid a little bit earlier than normal, and she ends up getting more value over here when she can get all this stuff on the back end, if you can keep your hybrid alive and if you can save your royal champ for the town hall to make sure you don't 1-star. Now notice how I already used 2 rages and a ton of wall breakers to get the queen in there. She killed the royal champ. Now the reason I started the hybrid so early on this one in particular is because the single target Inferno locks onto my queen right here and she cannot reach it, and it's honestly going to be way too hard to get a 3rd layer break here. So I'm just going to go ahead and freeze the Inferno so queen can stay alive, start the miners and the king here, trying to get everything to path into that Inferno tower before the queen goes down. So I'm going to freeze that Inferno again so I can save the queen ability. Now the hogs get out in front of the queen, so she's going to stay alive. She gets that last 3rd ice golem just in time so the miners don't get distracted by it. Healing up all the miners and the hogs here so they can stay alive. King, P.E.K.K.A. and the siege barracks used on the outside here. They're going to make the funnel all the way around the base, and notice how queen walks up. She's going to eventually beat through the wall here and keep getting more value with more of those defenses in the core there. Now I haven't dropped my royal champ here because I'm saving her for the town hall. I have to make sure I get this 2-star. I already popped the warden ability and using my last heal there to keep the hybrid alive, pushing around the ring of the base. Queen working on the wall. Now I can send the Royal Champ in from the bottom. She's going to get that Town Hall. Hogs from the Siege Barracks are also going to go to the core and help the Royal Champ get that Town Hall down. And once I notice that I don't need to use the Rage on the Town Hall, I know I can use that Rage to keep the Queen alive. She'll be able to use her ability here, get that single target Inferno down. The Royal Champ's actually going to get it, which is super nice. And then I can use that Rage on the healers to make sure the Queen's going to stay alive, because she can get the rest of the base. Honestly, she can reach everything from here on out. So again, another overkill here. Still got Hybrid alive, King, Warden, P.E.K.K.A, Wizards on the other side. This Queen with a Rage still in the bag. I mean, there's nothing that can stop her at this point. You know it's going to be a triple. So that's how you beat this base in particular with that army comp. Guys, I'm really having a lot of success with the 17 miners now. Instead of only taking like 13 or 14 like it was before, I think more miners, less hogs is the way to go, especially since usually the hogs die out super early anyways if you have to hybrid straight into a Town Hall compartment. But there you go. We got one more replay to show you guys today, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright guys, here's the last base I'm going to be hitting for you guys today. I know I've shown this one before, but I'm going to show it again because it honestly is, again, really common here in Legends League, this one as well. So I see this base probably about once a day, sometimes more, and this is how I always beat it. I always charge into this 6 o'clock single target Inferno compartment from the left side here, P.E.K.K.A to funnel the right side. And if you get the wall break on this mortar or just to the left of it, Queen will always walk in for the Inferno here. Use a Coco Loon, wall break, another Coco Loon, and then we're going to have to freeze that Inferno in order to make sure Queen stays alive, and I don't have to drop the Rage just yet. Now the important part about this attack is you have to make sure you use a Wizard to get this barracks over here. This barracks right here is really critical. That way Queen can step up here, she'll reach the Wizard Tower, and then she'll keep walking left. If you don't get that barracks down or whatever building they have here, oftentimes Queen will walk over here and she'll shoot the barracks, and then she'll end up beating a wall to go over here for some reason. So you want to make sure you get that barracks down to funnel the Queen to the left. That way she'll eventually walk into the core over here, get the CC down, get this Expo down, distract the scatter shot, get the Eagle, get all these defenses here. It's way more value for her to do that than for her to walk out here to the right. So here I'm going to have to drop the first Rage on the Queen to keep her alive because of those ground Expos. They do a lot of damage and they have so much range. So there, Queen's just barely hanging on by a thread, but she's going to go back around, get this gold storage, get the air defense, move over toward that Expo, and eventually pull the CC here after she gets the gold storage down. And that's when you want to start the hybrid, is right when right here, since the Queen is distracting the scatter shot. You want to start the hybrid while that scatter shot's distracted on the Queen, but you don't want to start it too early to where the miners also get distracted and peel off and start hitting these ice golems. So you're going to wait until the Queen's done shooting about 2 of the ice golems, and then you're going to go ahead and start the King and the siege barracks right at 9 o'clock. Now because of all these heroes here, you're going to have to invest a freeze there on the enemy heroes if you want to keep your King alive. So I am going to freeze both the King and the Queen there, pop the King ability so the barbs can distract, and then start the miners right in between. And then the scatter shot up here is distracted by the Queen, which is nice. Send in all the hybrid. I'm going to heal and pop the Warden ability. Probably didn't need to use that first heal since the Town Hall is going to go down so fast. I probably could have gotten away with just using the Warden ability there. But I wanted to be safe, wanted to make sure nothing died there, so I healed and used the Warden ability. Using another Rage on the Queen in the core. She gets the Eagle. She's moving down, getting a lot of these defenses. Then I'm going to pop her ability because of that single target Inferno, using my last heal over this bomb tower. And then I have an extra Rage, so I'm going to drop it in the core here for these miners and the Royal Champ. Hogs from the Siege Barracks coming in from behind to help. Royal Champ under Rage going to be able to get that Inferno down, so the Queen, again, going to stay alive for the whole attack on this one. Royal Champ moving through, still have a P.E.K.K.A up, still have tons of miners and hogs moving through. They kind of split off into 2 different groups, but there's so many of them that they're just going to overkill the entire base, kill all the defenses. The hogs up there got that entire compartment. Royal Champ with miners in the core got everything over here, already popped her ability, and there all the defenses are already down. It's just clean up from here. Again, another overkill. There you guys have it. That's how you beat that base in particular with the Queen Charge hybrid, with this new heavy side on the miners. I'm taking 17 miners right now. I might even start taking more because really I'm liking it. The miners do a lot of work. The hogs are mainly just to distract so that the miners stay alive. That's the main purpose of the hogs. So there you guys have it. That's how I've been doing in Legends League right now. I've been getting a lot of trophies. I missed my attacks a couple days ago, so I lost a lot of trophies, but I think right now I'm currently sitting at number 147 in the US. Probably would have been easily top 50 or so if I didn't miss all my attacks just a couple days ago. But oh well, hopefully by the end of the month we can break into the top 10. That'll be nice. So that's what I've been doing right now in Legends League, getting a ton of 3 stars with this attack strategy. 4 for 4 so far this morning. We'll see how I do with the rest of my attacks. If you guys like this video though, definitely let me know down below. Let me know if you guys are trying this attack strategy and how it's working out for you. Let me know, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.